United States and Germany are widely seen as the developed world's two preeminent economic superpowers. Yet, the two countries' modes of corporate governance are drastically different. These differences are reflected in corporate board structure. The Anglo-American model of a one-tier board structure is largely a reflection of the neoliberal norms of shareholder primacy and free market capitalism. The German two-tier model is in many ways a reflection of stakeholder primacy, co-determination, and managerialism. Both management and supervisory board have to closely cooperate between them by ensuring good information flows. Consequently, they should have an open discussion to exchange information frequently, which leads to an effective board decision. Despite substantial differences in size, structure, composition, norms, and duties, there has been an increasing convergence in certain board functions. Referring to the above situation,
Let's look into the comparison between one-tier and two-tier board of directors. First of all, I would like to explain regarding to the board structure between these two boards. So, one-tier board, which also can be acknowledged as a unitary board, is a single-body board of directors which consists both executive and non-executive directors. The single-body board of directors has the responsibility to make a strategic planning for an organization. As for instance, Apple organization. Did you know a huge and well-known company such as Apple has the only small numbers of directors? This is because Apple has implemented a unitary board system in their organization. Moving on next to the two-tier board, or also known as the dual board. In this two-tier board, this system may be referred as a system in which an organization was governed by a two distinct board. This is because there are two separate boards, which is supervisory board and the management board. The supervisory board, which also be recognized as the upper tier, has the power to elect the lower tier, which is the management board. For your information, this two-tier system was implemented by the most top export and trading country in the world, which is China.
we also can compare these two board structures based on the composition. One tier board model consists of both executive and non-executive directors. Executive directors are perceived as the decision managers, while the non-executive is presumed to have the power and duty to monitor those decisions. When this board structure is equipped with non-executive directors, they will drive the company into an effective decision making because they are mostly expertise in various backgrounds. In one tier board system, the decision making process is done more quickly because there are less bureaucracy compared to two-tier model. This model often can be found in US and the UK. Examples of the company that implement this board model are Tesla, the company that manufactures electric vehicle, and also the largest brand in the world, Apple. While for the two-tier board system, it consists of a supervisory board and a management board. This board structure is commonly known as German board model. The executive directors are in the management board. They mainly decide the company's objective and other operation measures, while the non-executive directors, whose members are elected by the shareholders, are in the supervisory board. They are responsible to monitor the decision made by the management board. Examples of the company that implement this model are the famous sportwear brand Adidas and Daimler AG, who owns the luxury cars Mercedes-Benz.
Moreover, these two boards also can be compared by identifying their norms and duties. In accordance to the one-tier board, the board are responsible to fulfill their fiduciary duties to the shareholders akin to the corporate law. This can be seen as they need to develop some effective strategies in order to have a sustainable performance and growth of the company. Therefore, the board can protect the organization's assets, secure interests of the shareholders, as well as the members' investment. On the contrary, two-tier board uphold directive fiduciary duties to the stakeholders. Both supervisory board and management board must create an appropriate system of checks and balances that promotes effective corporate governance. To illustrate, management board is bound to the restrictions that set by the supervisory board, even though there has a wide discretion in the business operation. Thus, stakeholder orientation can help a company to adopt its social responsibility and concentrate on a long-term value creation.
The next comparison between these two boards is about their own size. Obviously, one-tier board usually have a smaller size rather than two-tier boards. Usually, in this one-tier board, they have a member between 8 to 12 members, and everyone have been placed under the same level of board. Since they have been placed under the same level of board, the communication in this one-tier board are more effective, and that will eventually helps in terms of the decision-making process, where they can save a lot of time. And besides that, because of their own small size, they also can save in terms of administration costs. If we look into the two-tier board, the size is more bigger, and since they have a two level of board, which is management board and also supervisory board. The management board can be average of 5 people, while the supervisory board can be up to 21 members, which is depend on the company itself. Two-tier board may take some time in terms of decision making, because they need approval from the both level of board first before they implement the decision. However, the decision-making outcome that coming from this two-tier board may be more good rather than the one-tier board itself. So that's all the comparison between two-tier board and also one-tier board.
The first challenger that will be faced by the two-tier board structure will be added bureaucracy and slow decision making. Why? There could also be a rigorous management structure whereby it will add on bureaucracy and slow decision making just because of the separation of board. As we all know, any decision made by the management board have to gain approval from the supervisory board. It clearly shows that this step will take longer time for them to actually come to a solid decision making. What if the management board and the supervisory board have certain disagreement on the decision that they would like to make as one? So due to this, the more disagreement occur, the longer the process will take. As to compare with one-tier structure, it will take a shorter time. Therefore, this is one of the challenges that will be faced by the two-tier board structure.
The second challenges that might be faced by the two-tier board is agency problem. Agency problem occurs because director make decision and act on behalf of the shareholder, and therefore the shareholder has to accept all the consequences made by the directors. This happened because shareholder did not participate in the management of the company, and therefore the management team is engaged to manage the company on behalf of the shareholder. It is the priority for the director to maximize the wealth of the shareholder instead of their personal interests. We can see in the case of Enron, whereby Enron scandal was caused by management team hiding losses from the knowledge of the shareholder and general public through accounting tricks. So we can say that back in 1990s, Enron is one of the largest company in the United States. However, they started to losing money in 1997 due to the drop in their share price, which caused by the tricky accounting made by the management team, which resulting in a confusing financial statements. They end up filing for bankruptcy in December 2001 because their share price dropped from above $90 to below $1. So in conclusion, we can say that the agency problem is a conflict of interest that occurs when directors do not fully represent best interest of the shareholder.